Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi with the beautiful Christina K. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be adding more power to our BMW M1000R, our giveaway bike. We're going to be doing that with the Bren Stage 2 Flash. Okay, first thing we're going to do, I opened up the Bren Flash file. Well, it's a handheld actually device. It comes with all of the cords that you need to plug it into your computer and to plug it into your bike. So the first thing you actually have to do when you do this is you got to download the file from your ECU on your bike, which I already did previously. You got to upload it to the Bren Tuning website, and then they give you your flash because you got to basically type in all your information, the VIN number on your bike, what modifications you have, the octane of fuel, yada, yada, yada. There's a ton of stuff you got to do. So I already did all that. I plugged this in and I downloaded the flash file, which is over here on my desktop. Don't mind the Lich King, he's just chilling from World of Warcraft. And then I want to go to upload to My Genius. And then once I get there, I should be able to choose that file, hit open, verify the file, and then it should allow me to upload it to that handheld device. This is the actual flash for my ECU, which is kind of crazy because it's only like 5 megabytes. Okay, let's go to next. There it is, there's my file. Do I want to upload the file? I certainly do. Confirm, and now it should go ahead. Now it's loading it onto the handheld device. Then we can take it upstairs and put it on the bike. So there you go. So once it's done, it'll say, write modified file to your My Genius tool, ready to upload to your car, which is hilarious because obviously it's a bike. They do car tuning and stuff too. So that's it. I close that, close out of this, and we're good to go. Also, this is what it looks like when the lights are out and we're actually gaming down here. We got all of the ambient lighting set up. I got my dual monitors, my Razer keyboard, and then my computer that some of you watched the Digital Storm unboxing. It is pretty badass. Look at that shit, dude. Teens has a setup here too, and then we have also another setup for guests. But yeah, start gaming area. We're gonna take this upstairs, take it out to the garage, look at that beautiful booty, and put this flash on the bike and see what happens. Okay, so we're out in the garage, and I plugged the unit into the bike. On this one, it's easy to get to. You just take off the rear seat cowl and you can plug it into the OBD port, and that actually powers the unit as well, so it's going off the battery. So if your battery's low or you're worried about your battery life, make sure you hook it up to a tender. They actually have a little thing here right for it. So on the actual device itself, I just go here and I click work, and I go to writing, and this is where you'll see the file. So that's the tuning file. I hit OK. It's going to open up the file. It's probably going to tell me to turn the bike on and off about 1,500 times, and then we'll be able to write it to the ECU. Okay, so it had me turn on and off the dashboard one time. I clicked OK, and now it's actually programming the ECU. So this is the part where it's actually flashing the bike, and this can take a little bit of time depending on what bike it is and everything like that. And if you're doing this process, you can look over here. Don't worry about stuff on the dashboard. It'll often look like your ECU's bricked or something and flash everything and engine failures and ABS warnings and all this stuff, but it's totally fine. So just let it do its thing. Don't turn this off. That's why they were saying hook it up to a battery tender, because if your bike shuts off during this process, you could technically brick your ECU, but in all intents and purposes, you could just probably redo it and it'd be fine. It's about halfway through writing right now. I do want to remind you guys, if you want to be entered to win this bike, patreon.com/Campisi Customs is always the first link in the description below. They're community funded. That's how we're able to do these giveaways. So if you like the content, you want to be entered to win bikes, and you can support, we massively appreciate it. I do still have my Lamborghini Street Fighter listed for sale. I did have someone who I thought was going to buy the bike, and actually we went through the whole process, and then they ended up, I guess, not being able to secure the funds. So it is still for sale, but if I can't get what I want to get out of it, then I'm just going to keep it. And I'll probably start making content with it because I can do quite a bit of mods on that bike, which would be fun. If you guys would rather see content with that bike, let me know in the comment section below. And then of course, I'm keeping my Lamborghini Diavolo. I thought about maybe even listing this too, but I think the economy is just not really that great right now. Interest rates are too high and people aren't really making purchases of expensive, exotic vehicles. So I think I'm just gonna hang on to both of them right now, and I can use them to create more content, which is totally fine with me. While I was planning on taking this bike out for a ride afterwards, it was beautiful and sunny. That looks like rainstorm to me. So maybe I'll still try and hop on it real quick just to give you guys an initial first impressions, and then I'll do the longer, more in-depth review in the future after we get a few more mods on it so I can test out a couple different things at the same time. What is the Teener Wieners doing? Pulling weeds?
Pulling weeds.
Oh my God, how are you even able to get those out of there?
As usual.
Dude, you're not really getting them from the roots there.
I'm just killing our plants slowly.
That's why we have a yard guy that takes care of this stuff. She has been pulling a lot of the weeds though around the property, which gets us outside and gives us something to do. But yeah, the property overall is looking really good. The bushes are all pretty big. We haven't done our spring cleanup yet, but the grass is incredible looking. And actually the high grass out there is super cool this time of year. It says before, we actually let a farmer bale hay on half of our property because it keeps us from having to mow that much. Even just half the property that we have mowed still takes the guy like 4 or 5 hours, and it's pretty expensive to do too. So we let the farmer bale all of this and use it as hay for their food and stuff for their animals, which is really nice. But I actually love it when that grass is high like this. Look at that. You might not be able to tell it on screen. Man, that's probably like 3 or 4 feet high. It's pretty crazy. And you can see all the trails from the animals that walk around our property. Deer cross through here and all the cats and stuff. It's pretty cool, but look at that. So our property actually goes out past those trees over there, and past those trees on the other side too. We have about, I think, just under 12 acres. So it's absolutely beautiful. And that's why we can rev bikes and be loud here and not bother people and film the spicy content for teens in the back. So if you haven't checked that out, all her links are in the description below. We've been actually doing some couples content on her OF page and having a lot of fun with that. Okay, so it finished, but it's not done yet. It now says switch off the dashboard to continue. You can actually see that all of those error screens are gone. So I'm gonna switch this off. And then we'll press OK. I always give it like a second or two. Please connect your vehicle. Switch on the dashboard. And this is just gonna verify that it actually worked correctly. And the nice thing is, because I had my, let's see if actually, go back to the dash there. See if it still has my, yeah, so it reset it. So see how now it's race mode instead of the Race Pro 1 mode that I was on before. So now that's how I know that the ECU is reflashed. Press OK. This is just gonna verify that it worked. There it is, completed. That's it. Took about 15 minutes start to finish. Super easy. I think what we're gonna do is push it outside. We'll start it up. I'm gonna jump on it, take it down the road and try to beat the rain. So the cool thing is the handheld tuner from Bren, you can actually use that to flash the bike back to stock if you ever need to. And we had more parts come in, so these are all parts left that are going to be installed on that motorcycle. Of course, for Manny at Moto Million, use my code Campisi to save yourself some money. We also had this beast come in, which is a really big piece that I'm excited to show you guys. All right, we got the bike outside. We just got a quick thumbnail with our trusty tripod that you guys saw. That's how we do it. Throw it on a thumbnail, and then we use the countdown timer. Look, there it is. Oh my God. Now we're actually going to start the bike.
Beefy.
You look beefy. You're looking jacked. Yeah, you've been working out.
What is going on there?
It shows.
What's going on?
All right. Well, you train legs like 3 times a week, so
I sure do.
that makes sense. Okay. All right, we're going to start this beauty up. I want to encourage you guys, if you're interested in getting a tune for your motorcycle, head over to Bren's website, and I'll put the link as the first pinned comment, because this flash does a lot more than just add power to the bike, and there's so much on there that I can't even go over all of it. It would be way too long of a video, but I will tell you it adds power in the mid-range. Obviously the higher end range, they can raise your rev limiter if you want them to. It helps with the cold start. This thing used to stutter big time with the stock exhaust, and even with this exhaust. It'll help with quick shift, make them faster, more efficient. There's all kinds of stuff that it can do. So click on the link, check it out if you guys are interested. We've done Bren flashes on like 10 out of our 15 giveaway bikes, and they've been fantastic. So moment of truth. Let's put it in, we'll put it in race mode, and then you can start it up.
The bike before.
They've heard it before. Yeah, you're right. Like,
Put it in, well, make sure,
done a cold start
put
before.
A clip in here.
Yeah, I'll throw a clip in how you, well, it's, yeah.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
I would like to hear.
I guess Christina's giving me homework to do now. Sorry.
Everyone,
Is there anything else you need me to do?
loud out here,
All right.
So prepare your ears, animals.
Yeah, let's see. It's actually not as loud. Interesting. Huh? Yeah, it was doing that before as well. So I'd imagine the ECU still has some adaptive learning to do. but it actually sounds quieter on this, which I'm glad, because the cold start before was
That feels very loud.
It's still-
I can't hear you.
yeah. All right, we're gonna let it warm up a little bit, and then we'll give you some revs, and I'll hop on it and take it down the street. All right, we let it get nice and warm. We'll give you some revs. That is so loud, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, it actually hurts my ears, and that's not very many. One of the loudest, best sounding exhausts on any bike ever.
Any flames throw?
It was spitting a little bit of flames, just too bright, I think, though, to see it. It needs to be ridden. There's some adaptive learning on the ECU that's going to sort out, I think, some stuff.
It's a lot different than what I expected it to sound
Yes,
like.
I actually like it. It's lower
like
and
low.
more low pitched, right? But still gets loud, obviously, when you rev it. So,
It'll be interesting once you.
I'm gonna throw on my gear and take it down the block, or take it down the street real quick, and we'll see how it feels. Holy shit! Okay, listen to that! Oh my god, dude! This is ridiculous. My god. Yeah, so it's definitely faster. I can totally tell it has increased power all throughout the rev range. Like, look at this. I mean, dude, that is crazy. And the shifts too. They're just instant. Oh, the crackles are louder. Wow. Oh, yes. That is so good. Those crackles. Jesus. I love this exhaust. And now with the Bren Flash, we still have to put the filter in too. We don't have the high flow filter in yet. That will be the final cherry on top. I mean, I'll be honest. Oh, it's raining. Of course it is. Damn it. Above 10,000, it is crazy fast, like scary fast to even twist the throttle. Since it's got the upright position, you don't have as much weight on the front end, and it feels very light and very, like, I don't want to say sketchy, but like exhilarating, we'll say. It is wild, guys. This bike is crazy. The performance, the level of performance that it has, and the ease of riding. Yeah, dude, the shifting is nutty, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, get some looks too. Dude. It's crazy how much power this thing has just down low, like in that 6K range. Like, it's nutty, dude. I can't wait to put this on the dyno after we do the filter and find out how much power it makes, because if you remember when we did the stock dyno, it made good power, and then until it hit, like, I want to say maybe 11,000, it just flatlined, and it only did like 168 horsepower. These things should be making 190 to 200 easily after the Bren Flash, maybe even more. Yeah, dude, the sound of this exhaust. Yeah, so dude, the shifts now, you know when you like downshift and it has that boom, now it almost has that on the upshift too, even not even going fast. Listen. Oh, And then the crackle, dude, it has so much character. You don't really usually think of BMWs as having a lot of character, but I'll tell you what, this exhaust setup with this flash 100% has character. It also has this. This is ridiculous. All right, I gotta get home before it absolutely dumps on me. All right, made it back home safe and sound. Did get rain on a little bit, but it's drying up now. Yeah, the bike sounds and feels absolutely incredible. Like I said, I'll do a more comprehensive review in a future video.
Sports car.
It does, doesn't it?
Does not sound like a bike.
It doesn't.
When you were leaving, I had to pick up my head and look back, and I was like, how's that Jaret?
Yeah.
And I heard you, I'm not kidding, for miles. For miles and miles and miles. And
Great.
like the popping when you're downshifting kind of reminds me of your R8.
Yeah, it does, with the crackles.
It's like muscly, yeah.
It's badass, dude.
Would not
Yeah.
expect a bike.
I really like it. So yeah, there you go, guys. The Aero full titanium exhaust with the Bren. I think it's a stage 2 flash. It might be a stage 1 because we didn't do the velocity stacks and stuff. So I think it maybe is just a stage 1 flash. You can see the bluing in of the exhaust, and we're just getting started. So again, huge shout out to Bren Tuning for sending out the flash for us. It sounds incredible. It feels amazing, guys. I'll do a more comprehensive review of that once we get the filter in there and the clear clutch in the future. I'm gonna have my dad hop on this thing too, since he wrote it in stock form. Yeah, and see what he thinks now that it's gonna sound the way that it feels. And I'm really happy. So don't forget Moto Million for all of our parts. Use my code Campisi. Warhorse, my official build series shop, and you can mention my name to save anything you want. And of course, if you want to be entered to win this bike, patreon.com/Campisi Customs is always the first link in the description below. Let's get one final start up, and we'll send you guys on your way.